Okay, y'all, I'm back with Diablo 3 Act 5, final act of the game. It's a pretty long act. So, I don't know, this might be 2 or 3 hours long. We're gonna find out. Here we go.
The Nephilim. Tyrael sent me to find you. Malthael has taken the Black Soul Stone. You must come with me.
People are dying in that city, lad. I will not abandon them.
But you and Tyrael need to form a plan. We must find Malthael.
Tell Tyrael I will meet him in Westmarch. Go.
It will be done. I swear
it. There's this closet to the right of me. And I'd shut the doors before I started recording. And I hear this like little noise, and I see this little paw coming up from under the door. My cat was in there. Sorry, man. I didn't know. I suck.
She's coming to kill us all.
No! Damn it, the gates!
I watched in horror as the guard was struck by the maiden's magic. I heard the sound of his screams until his flesh dissolved to nothing, and only his armor-clad skeleton remained, his jaws unhinged. Blue mist swirled around his bones, coalescing into new flesh. When at last I cut him down, the phantasmal flesh exploded, leaving only a pile of armor. Though this reaper wields a dangerous sword, its shield, with its rows of razor-sharp spikes, poses the greater threat. With a single thrust, it can open a man from waist to throat. That shield was not made for protection. It was made to cripple, maim, and kill.
Stop! Don't go out into the streets.
Why?
It's the end of the world. So many have been killed and the Reapers are everywhere.
Is anyone alive in there?
General Torian was defending a group of refugees at the old Zakharum Cathedral, but they're likely all dead by now.
Wait, you're the Crusader who saved Bastion's Keep. You'll save us too, won't you?
I will. I swear it.
I'll do my best.
Keep moving. I think we lost her. No, no!
The demon blood must die.
Demon blood? Those were innocent people.
The shadow touched me, and darkness spread across my vision, until all I could see was blackness. It gave way to a pale light that sapped my strength. Sounds easy. But instead, I drew upon the last of my will and fought back. Color flooded back into my sight. The shadow was right before me, and I drove my spear through it. The Revenant were once the personal guard of King Justinian IV. Appointed to the position for bravery and skill at arms, they accompanied the king at all times, resplendent in their ornate armor, wrought by the finest craftsmen in Westmarch. But most spectacular were their shields, which they unerringly employed in the protection of their king.
Okay. I'm actually a little under level relative to when this expansion hit, because I think the max level cap used to be 60 in the old game.
I used to come to worship.
Defend the church! Repel these vile Reapers!
We found you.
Homie.
Tyrael, why are Malthael's armies attacking Westmarch?
Because he feeds on death. Every time his reapers kill, he grows stronger. And with the primeval gone, Malthael believes this is the perfect time to end the eternal conflict.
Humanity has nothing to do with that war.
But we are descended from demons and angels. When Malthael looks at us, he sees demons.
Church! All the refugees are inside! Follow me! Akarat's Bay! This is worse than I feared.
What is that?
A death maiden! Stop her!
Your soul.
We must do everything in our power to slow the Nephilim down, so that the collection of souls is not interrupted. It is the key to Malthael's victory.
Let's end this madness. Where is Malthael?
I know only that he is not in Westmarch. He could have taken the Black Soul Stone anywhere in creation.
But why does he want the stone? Is there any way to find out?
There may be. A sliver broke off when Malthael took the Soul Stone. Perhaps by studying that sliver, I can learn his plans.
Then you study the sliver, while I save this city from the Reapers.
Pretty messed up, man. Pretty messed up. These dead homies. Damn, bruh.
General Torian, what was that Death Maiden doing in the cathedral?
She was creating an orb that turns the living into Malthael's death creatures. A single orb can transform hundreds of innocent people every hour, and my men report 2 more of them out in the city.
Soul Crucibles. With 2 of them, Malthael has an endless supply of soldiers.
Then I will destroy these crucibles and cut off Malthael's supply of troops.
What the fuck?
The soul crucibles turn the dead into Reapers?
Sadly, yes.
The Death Maidens look like angels.
Their story is as tragic as Malthael's. Once the vanguard of his wisdom angels, they followed him down the path to darkness. Malthael, my brother, he was wisdom, leader of our council, first among angels. And now, he has become this.
How did it happen?
After the destruction of the World Stone, Malthael's mood darkened, and he left the heavens frequently. Then he disappeared completely. He must have developed a connection, no, an obsession with human souls.
Well, however he came to his madness, he's got to be put down. Death is meant to free our souls, not devour them. This sliver of the Black Soul Stone will reveal Malthael's plan to you?
The sliver is still connected to the Soul Stone. As the stone changes, the sliver will change too. Therefore, I can observe what Malthael is doing to the stone, and if we're lucky, even discover his plan.
I've heard of the Horodrim, but I thought they were long gone.
Tyrael rebuilt the Order to help him take the Soul Stone from heaven, and to protect mankind. After all, you can't be everywhere at once, no matter how powerful you are.
So much dialogue.
At long last, a hero comes to save us. That won't bring my wife back, though, will it?
Don't be mad at me.
My library isn't far from here. I was closing everything up for the day when I heard the fighting in the streets. I barred the doors and then squeezed through the back window to escape. But I'll have to come up with something more exciting when I write my official account, won't I?
We stayed to fight, Robert and me, but he fell. And when they started to tear into him, I panicked. I ran.
You did what you could.
Well, no, she has something else to say. God damn it.
You've heard the legend of the Tomb of Rakus, haven't you? Its location has never been found. Most scholars think it's underneath Westmarch, but I suspect it's somewhere outside the city. Ruckus was a clever man, after all.
Okay.
I can't believe we're still alive, and it's all thanks to you. I thought we would die in that foul-smelling place.
You're welcome. Hey, buddy. Oh.
I keep hearing things. My mind must finally be going.
Is there anything on your mind, Hadrig?
Do you think Cardium is under attack as well?
Yes.
At least they have the Iron Wolves. Lord of Lies could not break them. The Angel of Death will not either.
Oh, wait. Oh, it's an amulet. I was like, what? Okay.
I know who is responsible for this. It's the poor. They've summoned these monstrosities to take Westmarch for themselves.
Did you know there were once 2 moons? Lyria is the one that is no more. I think it's time I told you the whole story of Zai and his master, the god of desire, Dirgist.
You mean you're ready to tell your version of the truth?
Dirgist's jewel has appeared again, and the time for secrets is over.
Then you're finally ready to tell me if you are a god?
Have you been eating enough? I've noticed this about you. When things get difficult, you get very focused. Maybe I'll cook for you. So, if it's all the same, we probably both be happier if I didn't.
You ask who's to blame for this doom? All of Westmarch, reveling in sin, worshipping petty idols. The Zakarum are gone, and the Order of Malthael now rises. Praise Malthael, and your souls may yet be saved. He spares only the faithful. Donate to the Order, and prove your conviction.
Okay.
Cormac, you seem troubled.
For too long have I lived with the knowledge that my order tortures its initiates and twists their minds. I need to know how high this evil reaches. If my whole order is corrupt, what does it mean to be a Templar? What am I?
An honorable man who dedicated himself to a cause he believed righteous.
But it wasn't, was it? The guilty will answer for their transgressions. I swear it.
It is good to see you again. Though it seems like we are only brought together in the worst of circumstances. But I suppose if times were better, we would never have met.
Well, the world's under attack and people are dying everywhere. It must be time for us to go on another adventure, right?
For a moment, I heard one of my sister's voices. I could not make out the words.
Each day, I feel the weight of every crusader who has borne my name. So I think I understand your burden.
My sisters are gone now, and I am the last memory of a world long since forgotten.
You do not know why your sisters died. That is why they stay with you.
Did you grab the jewelry at least?
Harold, those monsters were about to kill us.
Well, I would rather be dead than poor.
Dead than poor. I mean, I guess that's one way to view it. Oops. What is this? Musty cellar?
Is anyone out there? Anyone?
Someone came for me after all this time.
A cranky blacksmith named Hadrig was complaining about the noise.
Bloody miracle! Sorry, I shouldn't have said that. I owe you both.
Come with me. It's safe. And we've still got a little food.
You know, real talk, I don't think I've ever noticed this before. I don't think I have. I've played this game for years now. I don't think I ever have gone in there before. That's
Remember that noise I heard? It was that lad you rescued.
I'm Bryson. I came here to see your friend.
And now he won't go away.
You saved his life. You're stuck with him now.
He is. I'm going to repay Hadrig by helping him with his work.
And I told you to stay away from my forge.
I grew up over by the docks. Not the good part of town, but it's what my parents could afford. They died when the plague swept through a few years ago, within hours of each other. Like they had to stay together. I used to hate them for leaving me, but now it's a relief they didn't have to see all this happen.
Why would the angels do this to us?
What do you say?
After years of my pleading, the Angiris Council has finally agreed to send me in search of Malphite. I will not fail in this, as my master's presence is sorely needed in the high heavens. Owing to Malthael's growing fascination with the humans, Tyrael has suggested I begin my search on Sanctuary.
Hey! Any other archer would have fled as I charged, but this one stood its ground, staring down the arrow's shaft through lifeless, empty eye sockets. Even as I swung my blade to take off its head, the thing loosed another shot. How can you fight an enemy that has no fear, nor thought for its own self-preservation?
That was a worthy foe. Glorious.
Not ready yet.
You know, for however strong my character is now, it's like 1% of how strong my character can be at max level with good gear and shit like that.
By the light be damned.
Because the power levels in this game get pretty freaking ridiculous. I mean, where my character is casually hitting for like, you know, millions of damage at a hit. It's wild. I mean, I say that as I'm hitting for like 42k and shit like that right now. So.
Not yet.
It gets even crazier.
Of Westmarch. Those spiritual warriors specialized in removing demonic possession. By custom, they arrive in darkness, clad in cloaks as black as the night that conjured them. They work in secret, extracting the demons that dwell within their subjects. Now, Malthael has turned them, and they roam the city in their inhuman forms, stripping the souls from all they encounter.
sanctuary, but I did find humans. Far too many of them. They murder and cheat one another while allowing their brothers to starve. If their true power is ever released, we are all doomed. They have a choice between good and evil, and they overwhelmingly choose evil.
That Death Maiden controls the Soul Crucible.
There is no place for her in our world, so let us help her.
Blah, 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 blah. Oh, I don't get my 4th passive until 70. Lame. Yeah, I like this build I have. I don't even want to change anything really.
I can't believe it's this bad.
Thank you. I knew you would arrive in time to save me.
How could you know that?
I am Miriam Jazia, a seer of the Vetchin people. I foresaw our meeting, but I did not see this horror. I have come to help you. There is one crucible left, and if you destroy that, the maidens will not be able to create more. There is no time to waste. We must be on our way now.
Oh yeah, I forgot. She was a DLC character. I was like, wait, what? So it's a little goofy that she's there from the beginning of the main game, but then I find her here.
He's watching you.
I grew disgusted by humanity during my time on Sanctuary. When at last I found Malthael, I was not surprised to learn that he felt the same way. We will cleanse creation of the scourge that is humankind, and when we are finished, the tragic mistake of Anarius will be gone.
Okay.
You should get to the Survivors' Enclave. It's not safe out here.
Nonsense. You'll protect me. And after experiencing what those things do to people...
I encountered the most troublesome bats in the caves outside Westmarch. My companions and I had sheltered there with the intent of organizing my many records, when the miserable creatures appeared and tore several of the scrolls to pieces. Truly, the world shall be a poorer place for this lost wisdom.
On me before I knew it. The mass of its bloated flesh soundless as it floated above the ground. When I finally noticed it, I could not move. It was as though I was trapped in a waking nightmare. I looked down and saw cables of energy wrapped around my feet and realized it was not fear that held me, but the Seraph's magic.
Yeah, boy. Act 5 is my second favorite act. My favorite is Act 1. Act 2, or I'm sorry, Act 5 is my second. Then 3, then 4, and then 1 or 2.
The Altar of Sadness? Well, nothing bad could happen here.
The altar of sadness.
You are such the artist when it comes to dispatching Death's minions.
Thanks.
Patience.
I think.
Don't mind me. I'll just be waiting over here.
Not ready yet.
That was a scary noise.
What made that sound?
That would be Urzael.
Who is Urzael?
Urzael is the angel who commands Malthael's forces in this city. I think you made him angry.
Good. Let's get to the Enclave. I need to see if Tyrael has made any progress.
I think you made him angry. Good. My character don't give a shit.
Excellent. Good thought.
Let's see. Return to the source. All right, here we go. Oops.
I have heard that the Grand Maester himself is in Westmarch. It is imperative that I find and speak to him. I will tell him of the sins his order is committing.
Cormac, he leads the Order. Do you not see?
No, you are wrong. My first memories of being a Templar are of him comforting me, welcoming me to the Brotherhood. I looked into his eyes. He is a good man, I tell you.
Is this truly the work of angels? I don't understand. How could they?
Some of the angels have gone mad, but I will put them down.
Good.
There's no easy way to say this, but I have to leave, and I won't be returning.
Right, because a mob of angry women is coming for you.
I'm serious. My brother's imprisoned in Kingsport with no way to defend himself, and I must free him.
If Westmarch is overrun, you'll die on the way to Kingsport. That won't help your brother.
All right, I'll stay for as long as I can, but only because I know how much you need me.
Could it be that the Prophet abandoned us? Why else would his magic fail to protect us while we slept?
It kept you safe.
But my sisters died. Why them and not me?
Who knows? You must carry on for them, as I do for Leah, Cain, and so many others.
I cannot simply feel sorry for myself. I must discover the truth.
Ooh. He has a quest? Weird.
When I left my sister Lysa, I took her magic focus as a reminder. I scryed it today to see if it held any clues, and I found strong traces of the demonic magic that killed her. It reminded me of the Fisherais magic from before we served the Prophet.
Those mages are long dead. No one alive today would be seeking you or your sisters.
When I cast the magic upon her focus, I heard her voice again, and this time, I understood. She said one word. Irena.
It's time for me to go. My brother will die in the Kingsport dungeons if I don't act now.
A Kingsport prisoner, you say? Those poor devils were all transported to ourselves in Westmarch last week. But we haven't heard from the garrison since the attack started.
Edlin, I have to find him. Will you help me, my friend? Right then, this is where they're holding Edlin. Let me do the talking.
This is interesting. I don't remember this at all. Is this new?
Looking for your brother, Lyndon?
Something's not right.
That is no guard. Damn it all. The Thieves Guild always finds who it's looking for. Unfortunately for you, he's our friend.
Thieves Guild infiltrated the entire dungeon?
You really angered them, friend. Kingsport hasn't forgotten you, Lyndon.
Seriously, is this new? I don't remember this shit at all. It's cool. So then, does the sorceress get one too, or enchantress or whatever? And then does Cormac get one? I don't know, bro. Guess we'll find out.
By the light we damned.
You die for what you did tonight.
Edlin! He's...
I am sorry, my friend.
I never should have joined the guild. He told me, but I wouldn't listen.
This is not your fault. Your brother was dead before we even came to Westmarch.
That dagger looks very familiar.
I am so sorry, Lyndon, but we must go. Take the dagger with you. Don't blame yourself, Lyndon.
What do you want me to say? That I wish he'd never known me? That I wish he'd had a brother who didn't fail him?
That you are letting your grief consume you.
And I suppose the mightiest hero in all the land knows just how to help, eh? No. No, this is something you can't understand.
That's pretty cool.
You are a quiet sort, Serena. Sneak back home and fetch some of our savings.
But the streets are crawling with those horrid creatures.
That's precisely why you must go, dearest. Nobody notices you.
God, what a dick. Jeez.
My mother warned me about the poor. They want my wealth, but they don't want to work for it. And now they've created an army of death creatures. Well, when I'm king, I'll just show them.
Oh, I can't believe it. My best hammer's gone missing. It couldn't have walked off on its own now, could it, lad?
One of the men needed a hammer. He promised to return it.
Fool boy. I'll never see it again.
I'm sorry, Hadrig.
Get out of my sight.
Is this new? I don't remember this at all.
I don't feel like talking right now.
Then why'd you have a star over
Are
your...
we? Tell me we're not going to die. I don't want to lose my soul.
I don't either, bro. We share in that same sentiment. Okay. Can I upgrade the students here? Oh yeah, look at that. Oh yeah. Guess I should upgrade the gym person. Oh, here's something to say.
I was telling you about Lyria, wasn't I? Oh, she was so beautiful that Durgis was determined to make her his own. Oh, yes, he pursued her relentlessly, showering her with gifts and attention until she succumbed and agreed to become his wife. But Durge's jealousy was so great, he hid Lyria high in the heavens, far away from the reach of men and gods.
If you let jealousy control you, it will take everything you have.
Yes, that was Durge's. Desire was his very nature.
All right, let's get this dude upgraded. His cart's looking a little ramshack. God damn it.
Zai was the greatest thief, and he wanted Lyria. He waited patiently for a night when Lyria's path hid her behind the silver moon. For when the sun set, Durges had to leave Lyria's side, you see, for desire rules the night. He could only watch from below as she drifted across the ocean of stars. Then Zai climbed, silent as a whisper, into Lyria's palace in the heavens.
Did Zai love her?
No, but stealing from Durges would make Zai a legend.
All right, looking a little better. Looking a little less ramshack, very nice.
Those who perished without embracing
And now I hear those Reapers are taking people's souls? This is madness!
Why fight so hard? Thousands are dead. What do another dozen matter?
If you hadn't come along when you did, I don't know what might have happened.
It was the least I could do. Anyone would have done the same.
But you didn't have to help. You could have run right by.
Giggity.
Can I ask you about Deckard Cain?
He certainly enjoyed the sound of his own voice. But no one can tell a story like Deckard. I miss him. But good men and women die fighting for their cause every day. All we can do is carry on.
And you just forget about them?
I never forget. But standing around talking about them doesn't honor their memory, does it?
Tyrael told me of your actions. You killed Diablo himself.
I did what was necessary.
I don't know that the world will ever understand what it took to face such pure evil.
That does not concern me. The prime evil is gone, and that's what matters.
My father was the commander of the Knights of Westmarch. He assumed I would become a soldier, just like him.
Ah, you felt a call to do something else.
I grew up on stories of the fearless Horadrim, Tal Rasha, Jared Cain. That was what I wanted to be. My father thought it was all myth. Wasn't he surprised when I actually became one of them?
Death comes to all.
Such an edgelord.
Good job of it, holding off the Reapers this long.
It has been a brutal task. A lot of good men sacrificed themselves to save us.
Their sacrifice won't be in vain, friend.
You stopped their assault for now. Perhaps there is hope.
Did you send for reinforcements? Surely you have garrisons in outlying towns.
Have you not heard? Cities everywhere are under attack. No place is safe.
Yes, Malthael strikes all across Sanctuary.
I hadn't heard. This is much larger than I knew.
Look, the sliver is changing.
Malthael is altering the Soul Stone in some way.
Exactly. He's been gathering strength from the souls of Westmarch in order to alter the stone. Yet his purpose still eludes me.
He's killing everyone. What more do you need to know?
To stop him, we must know what he'll do next, and that requires understanding his plan.
Urzael has done this to finish collecting the souls of Westmarch.
Urzael. It is time for him to die. Where is he?
All I know is that he is in a tower somewhere in the Westmarch Heights, and that he will be quite rude to you. Before you set out to kill him, you should stop by my cart. I can enchant some items for you.
Why take the Black Soul Stone from heaven? Why not simply destroy it?
The Black Soul Stone was made by a man, unlike previous Soul Stones. We had no idea what would happen if we destroyed it. It seemed a better idea to hide it away forever. We had no way of knowing that Malthael was watching us the entire time. How could we?
And if we get it back from Malthael, what then?
I don't know. But it's better for us to have the stone than Malthael. If we make it that far, we'll worry about what to do next.
My God.
Tell me about Urzael.
He is Malthael's lieutenant, much the same way that Iswal was mine. He does his master's bidding without question.
That's it?
Why did Malthael spare you in the tomb of Rakkus?
I may be mortal, but I am not Nephilim. I have no demon blood in me, and therefore Malthael does not see me as his enemy.
And the rest of us are? Mankind has no quarrel with angels.
That is of no consequence. You are half demon to him and therefore on the wrong side of the eternal conflict.
Still hurts, does it?
I have felt pain before, but nothing like this. It is different being mortal. The pain wears on you.
You get used to it, or you die. Either way, it's not a problem. Why does Malthael want the Black Soul Stone?
I have been thinking on that since our encounter, but every scenario I envision simply doesn't make sense, regardless of what he has become.
He must believe he can do something with it.
Yeah, I don't even remember what the whole plot element of that was. I knew this lady would have stuff to say. Oh my gosh.
What can you tell me about Urzael?
Knew it.
Well, he seems to have an affinity for fire. I'd watch out for that if I were you.
I noticed. What else?
Urzael was sent to find Malthael by our friend Tyrael. He blames himself for what Urzael has become. What else can I tell you? I had a vision of death blanketing our world. So I left my people, my family, to come help you.
I left home and family for a great cause as well. I understand your sacrifice.
It was no sacrifice. We Vetchen often receive visions telling us when it is time to find a new family. I've had many in my life. I still love and miss each and every one of them. Except for Jonah. I never really liked that one.
Oh, Jonah. Yeah, dick. Act 5 has good music too.
Not ready yet.
Act 5 has some cool environments too.
Ooh. Many of the oldest noble houses in Westmarch kept massive hunting dogs on their grounds. Though docile enough in life, they've become terrors in the hands of the Reapers. Now these beasts lead the packs of smaller dogs as they chase down the citizens of Westmarch. I don't even want to record what they do to the corpses.
Patience.
What did that lady say? I'll find him in a tower and he's quite rude to me. Like, thanks. Legendary ring. Could be something good. Let's see. What do we got? What do we got? I mean, it's technically an upgrade, like barely. Put that on. All right, how about my little buddy here? Anything for him?
This will help.
All right.
My master has begun his work on the stone. Nothing that you do matters. Soon demons spawn like you will be gone forever.
The time for words is past.
The demon spawn shall perish in flames.
My God, I actually took damage.
Not ready yet. Again, Malthael.
What a maroon. Oh God.
You killed the angel who was responsible for this horror.
Yes.
Yes, but his master is the true evil. He still lives, but I mean to fix that. I will ensure this never happens again.
I believe you.
You've had an interesting life, I'd say.
Oh, I could tell you stories. I actually knew Hedrig when he and his soon-to-be wife traveled with a Vetchin. She was beautiful. She had mystical powers of her own. I taught her a thing or two. Eventually, they were married. It was then that I had a horrific vision of what would befall them. We were friends, but there was nothing I could do. So, I shared my wine. We laughed. We danced. I wanted them to be happy for as long as possible before. She never spoke to me about it, but I think she knew.
Quite unlike me to fall apart like that. I can't imagine what came over me. Let's keep this between ourselves, eh?
Yeah, man. Pour yourself together. My God.
if we could sell wigs made from your hair?
That is enough, Harold! If we survive this nightmare, I am leaving for my parents' estate in Bramwell.
That's a grand idea, dearest. Your father has more than enough money to...
Follow me, and I will tie you naked to a tree for the crows. Maybe then you'll finally think of something other than money.
Damn. She's a little scary.
Now that Urzael is dead, I'm going to Bramwell to find my son. It's still not safe out there. I don't care.
Today is the day I find out how deep the Order's
Oh, is this his quest?
runs.
You are ready to put a stop to the Order's madness.
I will do it, even if it means going against my entire Order. I could use a good friend by my side.
Yeah, let's go.
This is one of our strongholds. We'll have my answers soon.
This could go badly. Be ready.
Cormac! Everyone says you helped slay Asmodan and Belial. They're calling you the greatest of all the Templar.
It's good to see you as well, brother. But I come with troubling news about the Order. I must speak with the Grand Maester.
You're in luck. He's here. Standing orders are to send you to him upon your return. Take this, the Grand Maester's new proclamation.
I require your aid.
You've done us all proud.
This proclamation from the Maester, it's damning. He admits his own guilt. How could I have not seen this?
The day of reckoning is at hand. We will rise from the ashes of Westmarch and lead mankind into the light. We shall have recruits by the thousands. Every citizen will be another Templar added to the cause. Once cleansed by the Inquisitors, they will become an unstoppable force.
This is a cool looking area.
Your doubts about your order haven't dulled your appetite for battle.
I was a soldier in Westmarch before the Order took me. Fighting is in my blood.
Our time has finally come, and we owe it all to you.
Bring me that whip. It is time to purify this initiate.
Stop! How can you do this to your fellow Templar?
We bless them with the truth, as we did for you, Cormac. But if the greatest of all Templar wishes them freed, it shall be so. We've been ordered to take you to the Grand Maester as soon as possible. Follow me.
Cormac, the shining example of a true Templar. We have much to talk about.
Yes, we do, Grand Maester. You have betrayed us all, starting with the torment of our initiation.
It was brutal but necessary. I did the hard things no one else would, for the ascension of humanity. I carry the weight of my actions with me always. Are you ready to make a similar sacrifice, Cormac? Will you stand with me and become Meister in due time? I need you.
But... No! Your power has driven you to madness if you think I would help you rule over mankind!
This saddens me greatly, my son. I am sorry. Kill him.
You can't kill me. This is cool. This must be new. You know what I mean?
Man is a flawed being. Time and again we have seen good men given to temptation. Though it is painful, I have found only one answer. We must cleanse the minds of our recruits, so they will never fall prey to the corruption of the demons, or the blind self-righteousness of the angels.
Had enough?
Brought this on yourself.
I dedicated my life to a lie. Everything I thought I knew, it was all in the service of a madman. I swear that every Templar I meet will be freed from the lies of the Order. And if they refuse, I will be forced to convince them.
Sounds a little crazy there, friend. Pull yourself together.
Making a sale?
Sounds a little crazy.
A fine choice.
All right.
Thanks to you, I can finally bury my wife in peace.
You're welcome.
You really must stop thanking me. It was nothing.
A dozen people ran by me and did nothing. You're a hero.
Just in the right place at the right time, I suppose.
This disaster will make for great reading someday, provided that anyone survives to chronicle it.
Damn it.
How fortunate I am to have met the savior of Westmarch. You simply must let me ask you some questions when your work is done.
Damn it.
Rackers conquered all of Honduras before founding Westmarch. Repelling this invasion would be child's play for him.
All right, are you done? Okay.
Urzael is dead, and without his leadership, the Reapers should be easy for Torian's men to finish off.
You have saved Westmarch, my friend.
But we still don't know why Malthael wants the stone, and he grows stronger by the moment. We are running out of time.
That strange woman you brought here believes she can help. She insisted on speaking with you immediately.
God, of course I like run away and the bitch has stuff to say.
Urzael is slain. Westmarch is saved. And yet these thoughts weigh constantly upon me.
There will always be another battle, but a seasoned fighter enjoys the victory at hand.
Wise words, my friend. Angels are cursed with a wider perspective of events. To live in the moment is a part of mortal existence I must learn to embrace.
I'm telling you, Lyria was so lonely, and Zai was so alive and full of life. They shared one perfect night, and after she emerged, blushing. Dirges raced to her side, but Zai was gone. The ruby around Lyria's neck was the only sign that he had ever been there.
So Zai left a sign for Durgist and got Lyria in trouble. Did he feel any guilt?
No, not then. He felt pride.
I heard Lysa's voice again, and I could make out more of what she was saying. She is calling out for me, but it sounds as though the voice is speaking to me from far away, from beyond our world.
You saw her body. She is gone.
I do not understand it, but I know she is out there, and she needs me.
So eventually she's gonna have a quest too. That's cool.
Chelsea, I know how to find Malthael, but you will not like what I have to tell you.
What is it?
There is only one person who knows how to find Malthael. She waits for you in the Blood Marsh, and you know her well. Adria.
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 Adria is not as you remember her. She is channeling blood magic to prepare herself to retrieve the Black Soul Stone.
Explain.
Some things cannot be explained. You must see them for yourself.
I'm going to walk away now.
You have no sense of adventure.
Damn it. So much dialogue.
not stop Malthael.
There is confusion and dissension in the high heavens. You must remember, Malthael was our leader once.
You're on the Angiris Council. Get the angelic host down here.
Imperius commands the host, and he will not unleash them on a fellow angel, especially a former member of the Angiris Council.
Imperius. I'll have words with him when this is over.
You're not going anywhere without me.
And why is that?
Someone has to make sure you don't kill Adria before you find out where Malthael is.
Come if you want, but Adria is going to pay for what she did to Leah. Urzael and the Reapers are dead. Now the people of Westmarch can begin to rebuild their city and their lives. Lorath and I depart for the Blood Marsh to confront Adria. She knows how to find Malthael, but more importantly, there is a blood debt between us, and she will pay it.
I think this is the 1/3 mark of the expansion, I think.
We hid the Black Soul Stone in the deepest part of the Nephilim ruins near here. We thought it would be safe, but Malthael found it all the same.
I consider myself an expert on all matters concerning boggits. The boggit itself is a small, odd creature given to foraging and burrowing. Under normal circumstances, it fears humans, but it can be incited to great violence when under the influence of magical objects. Rings in particular seem to excite them.
This is the entrance to the tomb, but someone's collapsed it.
Adria.
It looks like we'll have to find another way into the ruins. What was that?
My strength is rewarded.
Not yet.
The giant boggin is a ferocious, hulking beast with an
This was just one entrance to the city. There are guide stones littered across the blood marsh that will lead us to the main one. The guide stones are useless to most, but will reveal the correct path to a Nephilim such as yourself.
Word. Yeah.
You never stop trying, Adria. I'll say that for you.
Remember to get the information you need before you...
Right.
Reassuring?
That was quite bizarre.
The first time I saw a witch, she burned. Father took me to the town square to see it. Look, he said, that is the face of beauty. But she looked like any other woman, and burned like anything else. Then the flames engulfed her. Her eyes found mine.
This is one of the guide stones. Nothing happens when I approach it.
Let me try.
There are 4 entrances to the Nephilim city, each one etched with a sigil. Only the correct one marks the true entrance to the tomb, however. When you activate these stones, one of the wrong sigils disappears.
Oh. Uh-oh.
I'll be telling stories about that for a while.
It's been a while since I've seen one of those.
Trapper's snares are surprisingly effective, though I have no idea how they learned to fashion them. Most of the Boggan's feeble intelligence seems to be centered around killing and eating, and in this respect, their efforts are admirable. Perhaps I should
Not
hide one
enough
of these
rat.
snares near my friend when I'm sleeping. I had believed my new assistant was the noisiest creature in the world. But that was before I discovered the shrieking terror. This
I'll have to find another guide stone to learn which sigil shows the correct entrance.
My cat's like got a cold or allergies or something, and she's been sneezing today. So she chose to stand right here and just sneeze all over me and my microphone. Appreciate you, thanks. Hopefully, whatever you have doesn't cross species. Right? Would you care? No, she doesn't care. I'll take you to the vet. You want to go to the vet? Yeah, I thought so.
Sigil marks the right passage.
Searching for the maggot brood has been quite an adventure. I first observed the corpse of one near the road to Westmarch, where it raised such a stench that my new assistant vomited twice on my favorite traveling cloak. The stains came out eventually, but I was sorely vexed.
Vexed. That's a word I don't think I've ever used my entire life. No!
Passage.
I've always wondered how much Adria relied on Diablo's power instead of her own. Based on her blood elements, her magic is very strong. These flesh gorges are raised from earth, stone, and demon wood, and they are driven to feast on humans so they may resemble us more closely. Let's hope they don't succeed.
Phantasms are unlike any spirits I have seen in Sanctuary. They bear a resemblance to lesser beings, but the souls of demons are always reborn in the flames. I suspect the phantasms may be the remnants of some early Nephilim, those born more human than angel.
I've gotten lost while fleeing the tomb? I'd probably still be wondering.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Adria birthed these golems from the blood marsh. Their bodies were formed from the water and earth of the marsh itself, while the venom of the marsh creatures gave them life. Their very skin seems to burst with the poison.
Burn in the light.
Oh no, did I go the wrong way? Feels bad, man.
The crusade marches on.
Oh my god, look at all the minions. Hey.
Wait here, Lorath. You can join me when it's finished.
Yeah, Lorath.
Always wanted to fight some of
Lorath.
Make your peace, quickly.
Man, I haven't found a big upgrade for my character in a while, I don't think. Oh man, there's still a lot more left in Act 5. God damn it, did I just do a big circle?
Bad luck for you, friend. Like chaff before the wind. I enjoyed that.
Yeah, I'm leveling like crazy. Woo.
I'm overburdened.
Oh no.
I require more wrath. I can't carry anymore. Out of room. Not enough wrath.
I have uncovered and obscured an ancient tome in whose pages is recorded an impossible tale. The secret history of a race called the Nephilim, gods by another name, and their ruined civilization in the West. If this is true, how could all signs of these Nephilim be lost, but for the record of this single tome?
I need to go back.
All right. We'll clean out some inventory. Oh no. Alright, before I start talking to people, let me just mess with my inventory. Let's see here. Okay, anything for myself? Anything new? Anything cool? We got a pair of shoulders. Okay, very nice. And robes. Yeah, yeah. Oh, very nice, very nice. Let's see here. On a sword. That might be good for the minion. It'd be good for me too, but I doubt it because my shit's all like two-handed. I mean, I could find a one-hander that's better, but doubt it. All right. Okay, so let's upgrade. There you go.
Good. Good.
Good. Hey, what the fuck?
Good.
All right, dude. You don't have to say it like every time I give you something.
Good.
Now you're just doing it to mock me.
Good. Good.
All right, bro. Getting on me last nerve here.
Good.
Yeah, you didn't say it. Hurry. Salvage all this bullshit. Yes, I seriously want to salvage that. Yes. Yes. I know what I'm doing. I know it seems a little crazy. I know what I'm doing.
The boy meant well. You've made many mistakes yourself, like following me all over the world.
He's a fool, and fools end up dead around here.
Ah, now I see.
What are you talking about?
You lost your father, your wife, your apprentice. If you keep everyone far away, you cannot lose another.
You keep that nonsense to yourself, or I might forget how much I owe you.
Whoa, fella.
Dirges was possessed by an all-consuming rage. As Zai had stolen what was most valuable to Dirges, he would take from Zai all that he held dear.
Zai deserved whatever he got. Did Dirges kill him?
Dirges took something much more dear than Zai's life. His joy. He killed everyone Zai had loved and held dear. Oh. Then he slew Lyria. Her light went out from the heavens. The seas wept, and the waves of their tears crashed upon the shore.
So, when he says Zai, is that like a clever way of saying I?
I was separated from the other soldiers and surrounded by the dead when I saw him. I gazed into the face of death himself. I couldn't move. I just stared as he passed through me. His touch was like ice, so cold. But something in me changed. Something I cannot understand.
Where are you going? I have some good news.
Good news?
I mentioned what you did to some guards I met. You could get a commendation or something when this is all over.
Oh, that's fantastic.
All right, I'm gonna take a real quick break before I continue on with this. So, be right back. All right, let's get back to it. A few things on the ground here I need to pick up. There was a lot happening. I like wonder when the Enchantress lady will have her little quest for me.
You can almost imagine the ancient Nephilim treading these halls, can't you?
Yeah, totally.
Crusade marches on.
Oh no. Oh, where do I go now? Ugh. Why are the levels so big here, man? Branching paths.
Burn in the light.
Boy.
Not yet.
Oh. I guess we'll go this way.
Make your peace. Quickly.
I didn't know that was a thing.
Crusade marches on.
That's pretty funny.
Patience.
Let's see where you've been hiding, Malthael.
Adria.
The angels will never suffer us to live. They cannot accept the fact that we may choose our own path. At least demons are not so rigid in their beliefs.
Oh. Here we go.
We will choose our own destiny. You won't be around to see it.
Another sentient vision. He has returned, and you were the one who freed him. He always finds a way. My master will. Diablo will return. I have done what I can to ensure it. He always finds a way. In your heart of hearts, you know this.
I don't know that. You tremendous psycho.
Before she died, Adria conjured an image of pandemonium.
She was searching for Malthael, so he must be there.
I need to go back.
Get rid of this crap from my inventory. Oh, I just salvaged something that may have been an upgrade. Oh well, too late. Already committed to my decision.
It seems our friend Malthael is in pandemonium.
No doubt he has gone to the fortress. Malthael can hold out there until the end of time. He is forcing us to come to him.
He's clever, delaying us while his power grows with each moment.
The only way to Pandemonium is through the high heavens. Let us leave at once.
Oh, it's not through a sewer?
I could have sworn there was a part where you go through a sewer. Oh, wait, there's dialogue. Yeah.
Lara! Peter!
Have you lost someone?
Oh, it's my children. They're out playing a game, but I'll find them soon enough.
Oh, yeah. Hopefully you do.
I now know death better than I know the shape of my hand or my own sword. Hendel charged into battle at my side. I'd known him since I enlisted, but when I looked at him that night, I had a vision. I saw the faces of the men he had killed, and I saw that he would not live to see the morning.
According to the records, King Rakus had a strong jaw, hair as black as night, and wore gleaming armor over his muscular... Sorry, what was I talking about?
I don't know.
Every time Westmarch is invaded, a hero appears to save it. History is much easier to write with a strong protagonist.
I knew it.
Rakus and his sons built much of Westmarch during their time. The ruins and the marshes outside the city may be their work too. Of course, whenever I ask the Crown for gold to further my excavations, there's always a more pressing matter at hand.
You done?
We can't start to rebuild until we know that the one who caused this devastation is dead.
I am still searching for him. I swear to you, he will pay.
I hope so.
So, now it's on to Pandemonium? You'll see a world only a few humans have laid eyes on before.
Let's hope it's more impressive than the heavens.
Ah, the beauty of life is lost on you, isn't it?
I like wonder if every time she's touching my boom stand or arm, boom arm,
Beforehand that Adria would turn into a hideous monster.
like it was going.
Why would that make me happy?
You always seem so calm. I thought you'd enjoy a surprise or two. Petty details would have just served to distract you.
So nothing new with her, huh? Interesting.
In the end, Zai trapped Dirges in the ruby Lyria had worn. Zai kept the stone around his neck as a reminder. In time, though, the burden grew too great to bear, and he cast off the stone. His divinity? Everything. Where there once stood a young god, there was now just an old man.
An old man, you say?
So the story says.
See, I'm telling you, like when he says Zai, it's like a clever way of saying I. I'm telling you, have it all figured out. You know, if I'm being honest, I don't remember like 98% of the dialogue in this game, aside from like the core ones.
What is this? Destroy the gate. The Nephilim is here.
Dares to attack us? Malthael is my brother. I fought 1,000 battles by his side, and I care not that he seeks to destroy you and your kind. But my brother has grown sick, and he must be put down for his own sake. Yet I have not the heart to do this. And so it falls to you. Come, Nephilim, to Pandemonium.
Malthael tried to keep me from entering Pandemonium. I must be moving faster than he anticipated. Now I will cross this wilderness, past the wreckage of countless battles between angel and demon. Somewhere out there is the Pandemonium Fortress, where the Angel of Death waits for me.
Word.
There is a siege camp not far from here. Meet me there, and I will show you what must be done.
Now, to me, this part of Act 4 is the weakest. I just don't like this area very much. I mean, it's cool, but
demons, the remnants of a long-forgotten battle.
The Ravagers were among the most fearsome soldiers of hell. Having grown accustomed to the taste of war, they remained in Pandemonium long after the last siege of the fortress ended. Now, they regard the realm as their own and terrorize any angels who venture into the battle.
Must I do everything for you?
I could have killed those enemies. No problem.
That is a siege rune. Bring it with you.
What? A what rune? I wasn't paying attention. Sorry. I'm like looking at my stuff, bro. I'll do that. And there's like so many spells in this game. It's crazy. I mean, I don't obviously use most of them, but it's still a little nutty. All right. Oh yeah, that thing. That's right.
Do you see the battering ram below? That is the only way you can breach the fortress gates. But it is useless without the siege runes that power it. You have one in your possession, but there are two more. You will find them on the battlefield below, imprisoned along with the demons that carried them. Once you have the runes, go to the ram. But know this, Nephilim. Even if you release Malthael from his madness, I will not thank you for it.
That would be asking too much.
Okay.
Suspect that the barbed lurker is part demon, for its appearance has an aspect far too sinister to occur naturally. It expels a noxious poison worthy of the hells, and from what I can tell, it will only feed on its own kind or the corpses of demons. One hopes it will never encounter a human. All of the hazards of Pandemonium lie above ground. The tunnelers roam just beneath the surface, breaking through to snatch prey in their enormous jaws. Our road friends ask why I stay inside the fortress.
Got him.
Not ready yet. Gotta light the gap.
Oh no. Went to the dead end. Ugh. Damn it. Alright, well. Going this way. God damn it. Oh, the hell kind of big ass enemies were out here? Look at the size of that hand. I'm so glad I have this little pet that grabs all this gold for me. Thanks, little buddy. Where's the other one? I hate these enemies.
Crusade marches on. This cannot be opened. Won't open. Make your peace quickly. Not yet. Patience. Like clouds before the wind. More wrath.
Oh, I didn't get the extra. No.
Makes me appreciate our world even more.
Oh man, I missed it by like a millisecond. Lame. I wish I could turn this shit off. Annoying. I'm sure there's a way, but I don't know. I don't feel like digging through the options to figure it out. I really just want to complain about it, but not actually take any action towards resolving it.
I bear grave news, my friend. The Sliver has revealed Malthael's plan to me, and it is worse than I could have imagined. He means to use the Black Soul Stone to capture all demonic essences, even those that linger in human hearts. If the stone is altered to rip the demonic essence out of every man, woman, and child on Sanctuary, they will all die.
No, we can still stop him, and we begin by attacking the fortress.
We got this. Everything is going to be just fine.
Good. Good.
Malthael is fundamentally altering the Black Soul Stone. It will now pull in all the demonic essence from whatever plane of existence it finds itself in. But mankind is born of angel and demon alike. Every mortal, save myself, has demonic essence as an intrinsic part of their being. Losing that will rip their body and soul apart.
Oh. That sounds bad.
I never thought I would return here. Pandemonium was our battlefield for ages on end. Demons' blood saturated this ground. Many angels died defending it.
There doesn't seem to be much here worth fighting for.
Our battles revolved around the World Stone. I had the Pandemonium Fortress built in order to protect it.
Malthael was one of your brethren. Why did you not search for him when he left the heavens?
Malthael kept to himself much of the time, and he was known to leave without warning. Eventually, the Council became concerned. We sent his closest followers to find him. Most of them did not return.
Of course. Urzael and the maidens. They found him and followed him into madness.
It seems so.
So you built this great mess of a fortress.
Not on my own, but it was my idea, yes. The angels raised it around the World Stone many eons ago.
I expect you know about an unguarded sallyport, then?
I fear not. The fortress is always changing, caught between the forces of heaven and hell.
A sallyport? What the fuck is a sallyport? Hmm.
Tyrael has told me that the winged assassins were once the sages of wisdom. In return for their vow of eternal silence, they were free to roam Malthael's pools of wisdom in the high heavens. Over the millennia, they learned nearly everything about the past, the present, and even part of what would come. But could they have foreseen their dark fates? That...
Shatter the hook! Left.
Come on, hit it like you mean it. Dude.
It is done.
Malthael, my sword passed through him like air. He is in a state of death and life, impervious to physical harm. Your strength is not enough. To defeat him, you must channel the power of death, as he does.
There are many spirits below. Perhaps they can help.
The power of the dead. If you could become one with it, you would be as Malthael is, and you could face him. But you must find a way, quickly. Every moment, thousands die, and Malthael's power grows beyond anything I have ever seen. The fortress feels strange and new to me, though I have come here times beyond count as its champion and as its liberator. It changes to match the nature of whoever controls it, but I have never seen it like this while under the control of an angel.
Malthael is like no other angel.
Let me at him, let me at him, let me. Oh!
Comes to us. What spirit? It's so familiar. Die all those years ago.
I have watched you, Crusader. You have done more than any other, and honored the name we both bear.
Master, I have tried only to live as you taught me.
And you have. But the work of the Crusade waits for you.
I must find a way to defeat Malthael, or even the Crusade will fail.
I have only enough strength to open the path for you, for we are bound by Malthael's magic. Our prison is deep within the fortress. Free us, and the spirit of every crusader who has ever died will lend you strength.
Oh, yeah.
I remember when I found you in that village in the east, a snot-nosed girl of 12.
Is this necessary? I've the Angel of Death to fight, and the crusade to carry on.
You swore the oath, and you meant it. But how you cried that first night, and the next.
I never.
When you were still sniveling after a week, I thought about taking you back to your village. But even then, I saw it in you. You would be the greatest of us. The living cannot touch Malthael, because he is an aspect of death. But we who are dead can give you the power to harm him. I trust you will know what to do when you have that power.
Yes, Malthael will fall. Death is a necessary part of life. If I kill
Malthael is the aspect of death. He feeds off death and is attuned to it, but he is not required for it. There was death before Malthael, and there will be death after. Good. Still, you must understand, it is no small matter to kill the Angel of Death. You will change everything.
Whatever.
Nephilim. The Black Soul Stone journeys through the portal to Sanctuary. Even now it spreads death across your world. And so ends the eternal conflict.
What happens after
We're getting...
There will always be more evil to face. I expect to die fighting it.
No! God damn it! Urgh.
Before Malthael's time, his sages of wisdom occasionally reached an exceptional level of knowledge that granted them the title of Exile. These esteemed followers would guard the Chalice of Wisdom when Malthael was away, and they were the last to leave after their master disappeared from the high heavens. These monsters were once the most notorious and reviled criminals in Westmarch, drawn up from the deepest, darkest cells of the city's prisons. Each was worse than the last. Heartless murderers who had butchered countless men, women, and children. In death, Malthael birthed them in forms that matched their twisted, callous souls, creating perfect instruments of slaughter. The executioners had earned their name.
That kind of scared me a little bit when they went, "Gah!" I didn't know it'd be that loud. I was like, oh shit.
Malthael's most trusted advisors, and his call to darkness affected them deeply. Gone were their radiant wings and calm balance and counsel. Now they possess only malice and cruelty, and the insatiable desire to destroy all living things.
Oh, you know what? I should probably stop by town before I kill the boss, because I never did get the Enchantress's quest. Like, it never popped up, or hasn't yet anyway. I bet it pops up in adventure mode. I do declare. Let's just go there now real quick. Let's see. Oh, yep, there it is. Oh no, that's what's his name.
Leave me alone. I'm getting drunk, and no, I'm not sharing.
Talk to Hadrig about that dagger. You still don't know who killed your brother.
Oh, give it a rest. The bloody Thieves Guild did it.
You don't know that.
And you don't know when to leave a man to his drink.
Man, a little drinky drink sounds mighty fine to me. I'm not even gonna lie. I was thinking about this morning, kind of laughing to myself, that I always want to like drink on a Sunday. I don't know why. Sunday's like my day. I like want to drink and, you know, get all crazy, and which is fine and all. But the problem lies in that then I go to work the next day like, oh, it hurts. And I'm like, you would think after a while I would learn to maybe not do that. But I don't. So it's been a few Mondays. Things are a little bit fuzzy for me, as they say.
I thought on what you said, and you may have been right. Can't bear the thought of another friend's death.
Good point. Better to spend your life alone, with no friends at all. Much better that way.
Do you ever just say something like a normal person? Well, you have a point. This is the wrong hammer, lad. I need the big one.
Right, sorry.
And you, my friend, not a word out of you. Not a single word.
Bryson, you're doing a good job. Just ignore your master's yelling.
You're going to distract my apprentice when he has all this work on his hands? Not on my watch. Now, lad, where's that hammer?
You.
Lyndon left a dagger here earlier. I'm guessing you're behind that.
Anything interesting about it?
Let me look. It's well crafted for a Kingsport blade, and oh, the hilt seems to be hollow. Someone hid a note inside. Here, you should take it to Lyndon.
Here, buddy.
Hadrig found a note inside the dagger. Take a look.
Lyndon, I killed him. Come after me if you must. I'll be waiting. Rhea, my brother's wife.
I know you care deeply for her. Why would she do this?
I don't want to talk about her. Not until this matter is settled. And I know you and I will see it done.
Cool. Are we gonna do more?
I now know that the call is coming from the realm of Pandemonium.
It's not an easy place to find. How could Lysa have gotten to it?
The prophet was a seraph. He may have hidden in Pandemonium to keep his affairs secret from the Angiris Council.
And you think he summoned Lysa?
I saw her broken body, but the prophet's magic is powerful. He once saved us all. He could have saved Lysa again. Accompany me to Pandemonium.
There it is.
We will find where Eliza's voice is coming from, and perhaps I will uncover the answers I seek.
Let's roll.
I followed her voice to this place. I can hear her so clearly. You must find her.
I don't hear anything.
I definitely don't like this area. It's just boring looking. I mean, that's kind of my problem with it. It's just rocks. There's more rocks.
This place feels so familiar. My eyes deceive me. Is that you, Melina?
The demons surround Lysa. You must find her, Irena.
Lysa.
She's right there.
Where is she?
She's right there. Someone's right there.
It is good to see you, Irena. I thought I would never gaze upon your face again.
Sybil, I am here now. Demons, where are they coming from?
You were always the strongest, Irena. Make us proud.
I am.
Oh, I have questions.
She's gone, girl. She's gone. There's just nothing interesting about this area. It's just me. Rocks and rocks that glow. I feel bad because, you know, some team of people worked really hard to make this, and I'm over here like, no, I don't like it.
Make your peace.
But that's the reality. Can't prove it. Can't please everyone. Oh, there she is.
It is you.
When we woke, the demons were in our midst. We were not ready. But you slept, Irena. Why?
I would have woken Reza. You must believe me. Are these the demons that killed my sisters?
You must find Lysa. It is not too late.
Farewell, my sister. Lysa, I knew I heard your voice.
Why did we have to give our lives for you, Irena? What was so special about you? Chosen of the Prophet. Your sisters were willing to sacrifice their lives for you, just as the Prophet intended. But I would not play along. It merely took time for me to find a way out.
I never knew Lysa. The Prophet never told me.
Irena, know that you possess the greatest potential of all your sisters, and so I chose you. They gave their lives so that you could survive and fight in the most important battle to come. They did this willingly, and their sacrifice is not a burden, but a gift to you.
What do I do?
Live. Fulfill the destiny for which I trained you, and for which your sisters died.
I always thought that Lysa was as strong as any of us, perhaps even the strongest. But she decided that the sacrifice asked of her was too great. How can I blame her? In her place, I might have made the same choice.
The greatest deeds require the greatest sacrifices.
But is this not proof? If the price is too costly, goodness is not enough. Perhaps there is a better way. The Prophet knew one truth. Evil cannot be destroyed forever. In time, it rises anew and stronger.
You can never win that battle, but you only truly lose if you give up.
Yes, and that is why I must carry on his mission. But I will not demand the sacrifice that was asked of my sisters. I and those who follow me will not sleep. We will pass on our task from generation to generation, ever vigilant and ready.
I sense a new prophet in the making.
Who can say what the future holds?
Cool. It seems like Lyndon's thing isn't done completely.
Finally found you, Lieutenant Derek. Will you come quietly, or are you going to run again?
I'll go with you. I'm no coward.
That's not how I see it.
Leave him be. He is a good man, and he saved my life.
He let good men die. He's a deserter and a criminal, and he'll be dead in the morning.
I'm at peace. Perhaps the one good thing I did by saving your life can make up for the bad I've done.
You are a good man. Remember that.
My visions cloud everything. I can find no escape. I plan to leave Westmarch, to be alone, far away from the constancy of death. Some people would call it a curse, and sometimes it feels that way. But perhaps it's not. I need time to know for sure.
Okay.
I've never learned precisely why Rakis chose to found his kingdom here. He must have had an important reason, right? I'm not complaining, but your roguish friend over there seems to think he can win my favor.
Lyndon? Yes, he'll do that.
Please tell the other gentleman you travel with, the armored one, that he's much more to my tastes.
This homie?
I've heard that you're journeying to a faraway land now. You won't forget to tell me about any discoveries you make there, will you?
Oh my god.
I know I'm of use here in Westmarch, helping the people recover and keeping order. Each must serve in his own way, but I would love to come help with the fight in Pandemonium, if needed. When this is over, Tyrael will need to replace those who fell in the Tomb of Rakis, and he'll continue to train and expand the Order of New Horadrim. With everything I've been through at your side, I think I can contribute to that effort. The people of Westmarch are starting to rebuild the city and bury their dead. Their strength is an inspiration. But there are children that witnessed their family being torn apart. Others climbed over piles of corpses to get to safety. What will they make of the world when they grow up? The city has scars that will linger for generations. Deckard Cain wrote much about the Pandemonium Fortress. He kept meticulous notes, drew sketches, and even made some maps. But nothing matches what is there now. The fortress has changed so much since Malthael took over.
If you see my children, please tell them to stop playing games and come home. Supper is almost ready.
I will tell them.
I don't think your kids are coming back, lady. I mean, can't say that with 100% certainty, but it doesn't seem good. All right, roll back. Wait, no.
Took up my shield and my name, the life and death of every crusader. To bear your name resides in you. Death is a part of who you are. Take its power.
I will, for now. But I will not become death incarnate. When the deed is done, I will release this power.
Our watch ends, sister. The crusade rests with you now. These are the spirits of every crusader who ever bore your name. Each did the name honor. Each carried on the crusade. Each trained the next. You have made us all proud. But we wonder, where is your apprentice?
Yes, well, I'll get an apprentice. It's just hard. The world keeps plunging into darkness, and I've so little time.
If you fall, the name will fall.
All right, I promise. Master, I never told you.
Don't go soft on me now, girl.
Never. But this needs to be said. I'd have grown old and died in that village where you found me. You gave me a life of worth.
A pretty miserable one.
True, but a life full of wonders as well. You gave me a cause to believe in, and for that, I can never repay you.
Repay me by killing Malthael and returning to the crusade.
What is death like?
It is the coldest night on the plains, with a warm fire near your feet.
Is death the cold night, or the fire?
Death is everything. You will feel it one day, and you will realize you have known it all along.
You make as little sense now as you did when you were alive.
Away we go. All right, we're heading to the end. I hear a goblin. I see a goblin.
Patience.
Got him. I thought those gates froze you. Oh, what the fuck? I just heard something go, how dare you? What'd I do? What'd I do?
I slew demons beyond count. I won battles and broke sieges, but it availed me nothing. I
Not
know
ready
that this
yet.
war can have no victor, only an eternity of revenge, pride, and hatred. Tyrael does not understand. He cannot see beyond the glory of battle. In time he may, but that day is not yet
Not
here.
yet.
Where's that goblin? Got you, bitch. Oh, yeah.
We must make haste. If we don't kill Malthael soon, everyone on our world will be dead in a few hours.
Stop rushing me, bro. Getting close to the end, folks.
Patience.
I just have a thought it was called The Armor. Not armor. The armor. I'm probably going to go back to town. Yeah, I am.
Not ready yet. I need to go.
All right, this is it. Going to Imperial will take me to the boss. So let me run back to town real quick and sell my shit. Let's see here. See if I got anything good on me. Anything that will help me kill this moron? Anyone? Anything? All right. Let's peruse for my buddy right quick. I'm looking at the wrong part of the screen.
Ah, good. Ah, good.
Okay, you seriously don't have to say that every time I equip you with something. I'm just saying, friend. I'm just saying. I know you feel like you have to, but you really don't.
Ah, good.
He's doing it just to mock me now.
Ah, good.
Okay. You know, I really enjoyed going through this and looking at all the dialogues. I forgot just how much lore there is in this game. There's a lot. I forgot about it. All right. The nice thing is my minion gets to come with me to this final battle.
The Soul Stone is a born sanctuary. The blood of demons will soon be gone from all creation. You will be the last of your kind for a few moments. Death comes, Nephilim.
Those clouds hurt.
With the power of death. But that is not the only weapon I possess.
Oh.
Death consumes all.
Blessings of the light.
Oh yeah. New weapon? butcher's carver. I'll use it. Check for my good buddy real quick. Okay.
Where is the Black Soulstone?
Malthael destroyed it and consumed Diablo's soul.
Then Malthael's death will have released Diablo. He is free.
Yeah.
The Nephilim had done the impossible. By conquering death, she had redeemed the angels and saved all mankind. In that moment, with victory at hand, I saw the Nephilim in a new light. She is a hero who can defeat the champions of heaven and hell, and a crusader who protects the innocent. But within her beats a mortal heart that will one day be tempted to corruption. On that day, will she have the strength to resist? Or will she be our doom?
Hopefully not. Hooray! Okay, great, hooray. Oh, the credits. Okay. I was like, what the fuck? What does this do? I don't know. Okay, finally. Damn, I'm done with all the Diablo games. I mean, I still need to show adventure mode. So that'll probably be like another gameplay I do, but consider this like the end of my Diablo gameplays, or my main gameplays. It sucks my Diablo 2 gameplays got fucked up where my mic didn't record anything. Oh well, I still showed off the game and I still beat it. As far as this game, like, what do I think about it? Well, in my mind, there's two versions of Diablo. There's pre-expansion and then, you know, post-expansion. So, and obviously I'm playing the expansion game, post-expansion. So I guess I have to talk about pre-expansion. Pre-expansion, this game sucked ass. This is one of the worst fucking video games that's ever been made. It was a terrible fucking sequel. I hated it. I fucking hated Diablo 3. It was so bad. Whoever designed Diablo 3, you're a fucking idiot and you should lose all the jobs you're ever gonna have in your entire life. Fuck you. Fuck you. Okay, now that I got that out of my system. The reason it was bad, and I talked about this, I think, in my Act 1 gameplay, was the fucking real money auction system. Again, whoever thought of that, you're a fucking idiot. I don't know why you thought that was a good idea. So they designed the whole game around this real money auction house system. So you could go on there and you could use either in-game gold or you could spend real money to buy items. And then what they did is they based the entire game around this fucking auction house system. So what it meant was, like how this game or this gameplay where I would kill things and it would drop good items and I was pretty equipped the whole game, that never fucking happened when you played the game originally. I'm getting mad. I don't know why. So you could play act after act after act and never find an upgrade for your character. So what it did is it forced you to go on this fucking auction house to get items, and you would think, okay, well, what's the big deal? Well, the big deal was the freaking idiots that would list items on either the gold auction house, they'd list them for like 10 billion gold. So like, fun fact, you didn't have 10 billion gold, and you could buy gold on there with real money. So people would just use bots to farm gold for them, and then they would list the gold for like ridiculous amounts of real life money. Or you could buy like, an upgrade for yourself, that's all fine and well, but then like, let's buy a sword. Oh, that's $15, right? Because everyone listed them for some exorbitant amount of money. So like basically you're fucked in the ass because you couldn't play the game like any other Diablo game before that. In Diablo 1, you killed shit, they drop items, you get an upgrade. Diablo 2, very similar. You kill shit, it drops items, you get an upgrade, right? And it just didn't work that way. And like they tweaked the loot tables a little bit here and there, so it got like a little better, but not really. And I remember that the defining moment where I said fuck this game was when me and a buddy used to play this, and we did some complicated fucking thing where you open a portal and somewhere in Tristram, and it would spawn 2 bosses, and if you kill the 2 bosses, it would have a high chance to drop items. Well, we went through all this misery to get these keys or whatever they were to summon them, summon it, kill them, which we died over and over, keep doing it because we had shitty gear because you couldn't get anything. And then they dropped nothing but blue on us, if I remember correctly. And I remember being on like, I think TeamSpeak back then. I was like, dude, I'm done. I'm never playing this. Uninstalled it. I gave Diablo the middle finger. I was like, fuck this series, man. Blizzard ruined it. I was so mad. Oh, I was so mad because Diablo is one of my favorite franchises. So anyway, I said all that to say this. And originally in Diablo 3, you can only just play, it's kind of like Diablo 2, you could just play the axe over and over. So that was Diablo 3. It was horrible. So then time went on, I kind of just put Diablo 3 out of my mind beyond thinking it's a shitty game. Then Reaper of Souls came out, and I was like, who fucking cares? I don't give a shit. You know, I wasn't gonna buy it. But then there was some article somewhere online that was talking about the Reaper of Souls, and it was like, they're getting rid of the auction house, they're increasing the loot drop, they're doing this, that, and then they're like, there's going to be a patch before the expansion hits where you can like try out the game kind of with the pre-expansion stuff. And I was like, okay, I'll try it out. So I tried it out and got a few drops. I was like, all right, we'll see, right? So I did buy the expansion when it came out. They got me. And the expansion saved Diablo 3. It took a piece of shit game and made it like astronomically better. You get drops, no more auction house. Act 5 is amazing. You know, fucking, then they added the adventure mode, you know, to the end of the game, which again, I'll show you what adventure mode is, in a different video. But truly, honest to God, Reaper of Souls, and whoever thought of it, you saved Diablo 3. You should not lose your job for the rest of your life. Whatever idiot thought of, you know, the original game, you should lose your job the rest of your life. You're a fucking moron. You're a fucking idiot. Fuck you. I'm still mad about it to this day. I'm still pissed. It makes me actually legitimately angry how bad this game was. An amazing game like Diablo franchise, and they just shit all over it with Diablo 3. I'm like, what the fuck, man? God, so bad. But anyway, this game, to talk about how it is now, it's a great game, right? It's fun, it's responsive, it's you know, more action based, a lot faster paced. You know, I like the drops and how easy it is to get them. I like the graphics in this game. I know some people don't like it and they prefer the older, darker kind of pixel art of Diablo, which I understand, right? I prefer it too, but hey, you know, everything's going 3D, so I'm hoping Diablo 4 certainly is a little darker in tone. You know, Act 5 is pretty dark, you know, and it's got a good palette to it, and parts of Act 1 does, but yeah, Act 1, 2, you know, even 3 and 4, it's a little brighter, or not a little, it's a lot brighter color palette, so it's a little kind of off-putting where you're like, wait, what is happening here? This isn't Diablo. But, you know, if you think about Diablo 2 and even Diablo 1, you know, there's some areas that are pretty bright in those games, so it's not like unheard of that it has those areas. But I am looking forward to Diablo 4 for sure. But yeah, Diablo 3 of itself, it's still a good game. You know, there's some people like me that kind of hang on to that kind of resentment what the game used to be. But I mean, they fixed pretty much everything about the game. Hell, and they've added another character. They added a necromancer to the game as like a patch. It was just like a patch that came out, and they added like a whole new area and a whole bunch of shit from the necromancer. And I was like, damn, this feels like DLC. But there's only ever been, or expansion. There's only been one expansion to the game, which was Reaper of Souls. Nothing else. There's never been anything else that's come out for it aside from patches. But they have patched the everlasting shit out of this game. Hell, I think the stuff I just did in this gameplay with the little minions, or the hirelings, I think they're called, in their side quest, I don't remember that shit at all. I think this is all new. So the game's, oh God, almost 10 years old, I think, or getting up there. Still adding content to it. And that's amazing. And to me, that's almost like Blizzard knowing how bad they fucked up originally, and they spent the last damn near decade trying to unfuck it. You know what I mean? So props to you. You could have just left Diablo 3 as it was and just told everyone to eat a dick and never done anything with it. So thankfully, you know, whoever was in charge of it, hopefully got fired. I wish there was a cool like CG cutscene at the end. I feel kind of ripped off about that. Like every Diablo game before that, you know, hell, even 3 had cool CG cutscenes. You beat this expansion and it's like just a little drawing thing. It's neat, but I'm like, come on, man, where's like the cool CG cutscene? Like, we got ripped, we got gypped. But you know, as a whole, Diablo 3 is good, very good, very fun game. Lots of replayability, especially with the adventure mode, which I'll show that. But they do the seasons too, so every, I don't know how many weeks or months it is, they do new seasons, more gear, loot, sets. That they tweak the game a little bit. It just gives you a reason to come back and play. In Diablo 2 they had seasons and I never understood the point, but I get it now because there's leaderboards. So me and a buddy, we played this game on PlayStation 3 and we grinded it. I mean, hardcore. I mean, we played this every night for like probably a couple months, maybe even 3 months. Every night we played it and went hard on this game, and we were top 10. I was top 10 Crusader and he was top 10 Barbarian. But I think the highest I ever got was like 5 or 4, but like the nerds that are 1, I'm like, okay, these are motherfuckers that only play Diablo 3 all day. That's, you know, they don't eat, sleep, they don't have jobs, or maybe that is their job. They're probably streamers if I had to guess. And they just play Diablo 3, and I'm like, yeah, I can't do that. I have an actual career and a day job that eats up a lot of my time. Not a complaint, but it's just the reality. So I can only play kind of at night on the weekends, and that's it. How long are these fucking credits, man? God damn. What the hell these buttons do? Okay, we'll go faster. Yeah, I really like Diablo 3 as it exists right now. It's a great game. It restored my faith in Blizzard for sure. Because I was really pissed. I mean, I used to be big into WoW when this game came out, and I was like, I'm not playing WoW anymore. I'm done with everything. In fact, I didn't play WoW. I was so pissed about the original Diablo 3. I quit playing WoW. I was like, I'm never playing a Blizzard game again. Fuck you. Like, I was so mad. But then they fixed it, and I was like, all right, Blizzard, all right, cool, you know. But you know, Blizzard as a company has been kind of steadily like, they've been going downhill a little bit. Not completely, but they're not the same company they were back in their heyday for sure. I think it's around the time Activision got involved with them. But you know, I'm sure there's a business financial reason for that. It just, hopefully Diablo 4 comes out and is a good game. I hope, man. Like, God, if Diablo 4 comes out and it's just as shitty as 3, like, oh man, like I know what to do. I'll just play it until I get fed up, and then I'll just wait like a year or two, and then they'll fix it, and then I'll start playing it again. I really hope they don't fuck up the Diablo 2 remaster. Like, I don't think they are, because from what I've seen about it, it looks cool. I don't know what they could do to fuck it up. I don't know. I mean, everything looks like it's on point. I've seen a little bit about it. I've seen some interviews. I think the interview that sold me the most was and of course it was some fucking streamer, but they had some streamer on there, some nerd that only plays Diablo 2 apparently, and that's all he does. And it was like 3 of the devs, and they were talking to this nerd about, you know, Diablo 2 and all the things they're doing. He had all these like really specific questions to like the game, because that's all he plays. His whole life is Diablo 2. But every time they had an answer, I was like, oh, okay, well that sounds cool. And the biggest part is this, you know, freaking nerd that only plays Diablo 2. He seemed happy about it, so I was like, okay, well if he's happy, then I'm happy. So I'm definitely looking forward to that. That comes out September 23rd, so that's like 2 months away from now ish. So that'll be pretty dope. I will do some gameplays of that for show, even though like I just wrapped up, you know, as of right now I'm wrapping up my gameplays of Diablo. But hey, you know, I'm just glad to get this shit done, man. I've been wanting to do Diablo gameplays for ever since I started posting videos on YouTube, that no one watches, but I have always wanted to do it. I'm glad that I can finally go check, done. You know, I got the Diablo games done, especially the first game, because the first game, honest to God, I didn't remember hardly anything about it. So it was good for me to get to experience that again and go through it again. Even the second game, I was kind of like, oh yeah, this, oh yeah, that, you know, because there was a lot, you know, you just forget shit over time, you know, like I've watched tons of movies and anime over the years, and I couldn't tell you probably like 90% of them. It's like, oh, tell me about this movie. There's guns. Like, I don't remember. There's actually a lot of this game that I forgot, you know, because for a long time I only played adventure mode, and you just forget the story and the lore and the dialogue. You just purge it out after a while. So it was good for me to go back through this. The next game series that I want to do, that I want to make gameplays of, this is gonna be a big one for me. Probably about as big as my Resident Evil gameplays that nobody watches. I want to document all the Mario games. I know that's a big shift going from like Diablo to Mario. It's a kind of a big kind of culture shock there, but you know, I've been wanting to do Mario games for years and years and years, because some of them I've never beat. Like Mario 1, I've never beaten it. Mario 2, I've never beaten it. I didn't start beating Mario games until Mario 3, so it would be fun to go through those. It's gonna take a long time though. What is all this? Oh, is this it? End of credits? Okay. There it is. Okay. So now the next thing I can do is we can do adventure mode, which is it's very different than you know, normal mode. So there's definitely different difficulties that I can do. Damn, I could pick all the way to Torment 2. Whew, I don't know if I want to do that. Well, we'll mess with that later. But okay, this was fun. I'm glad I got to go through the Diablo games. As far as I'm concerned, I'm done. I just got to put this video together and post it so no one can watch it, and then I can just like die knowing that I got the Diablo games that are current right now covered. So feels good, man. With that, I'm gonna go, and I'll see you when I see you. I'm out.